Hey everybody, welcome to another Muddy Reviews and another old school kit review. This magnificent, beautiful creature before you is a Tactical Tailor split front MAV in OD green. I grabbed this today, just today. And the reason I'm doing this before using it is because I have a lot of time with one of these rigs from many days past. I've had two of these guys, one in woodland and one in OD green in the past, both split fronts. And I've also owned regular, straight up, non-split front MAVs. I've used them on deployment, I've used them training, I've used them in Airsoft. So I'm very familiar with the Tactical Tailor MAVs, and pretty much it's this exact setup. So when I saw this at the Army Navy store today, I happened to just pop in for just GP, general purpose, and I was like, oh shit, this is dope, and I jumped at it and I snagged it up. This was $70 for the whole rig. That's chest rig, all pouches. These things are getting older, more difficult to grab in this condition and from this era, and I was nostalgic. 1, 2, I regret getting rid of my MAVs, and 3, it's still in pretty good condition. So enough of that, let's jump into the rig. Like I said already, this is a Tactical Tailor split front MAV. It's OD green. This has both GPs on each side, as you can see. These GPs are very large, as you can tell. This pad here on the table is set off into 1-inch squares. So these GPs are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9, 10 inches long by about 5 or 6 inches wide. And they are really massive. So I have on this side, I have an American style canteen in here. And as you can see, it's swimming in there. There's plenty of space up top. I could throw some other random shit behind it and with it. I could put like a Nesbit stove in there and some other stuff and be good to go. But standard GI style canteen, this is an Nalgene canteen. Plenty of space in here though. I could put a mess kit in there, canteen. Fuck, I could put a hammock in there, broke down. Just a packed down hammock, and I'd be good to go. These things are gigantic and they hold a lot of stuff. On the face of both of these, one on this side and one on this side, so these are mirror opposites of each other. I have, or the previous owner had them, but it's exactly how I ran mine too, frag pouches. These pouches are pretty neat. So inside here, I've got the EG67 grenade, airsoft grenade, little pea thing. And these are actually really big too. So these grenade pouches are kind of big. So the EG67s kind of swim around in there. They're a little hard to grab, but they'll do the do, and they're good. Kind of neat thing is these snaps. They got these plastic snaps on them. A little different than your standard metal snaps, but they work pretty good. But I like them. Snap them on, and they got the Velcro. They're nice, and I do dig them. All the pouches have grommets on the bottom, so they'll drain. And there's enough PALS webbing on the face of this GP. I could run 3 of these frags if I really wanted to. In this configuration, kind of has Plat Attack Peacekeeper vibes to it, because the Plat Attacks have these big GPs too. All the way across the face of the rig, we've got 4 M4 pouches. The M4 pouches would give me 8 magazines. Please ignore the Chihuahua. I have, in this one though, a smoke pouch. I don't need all 8 mags, so I don't have a dedicated smoke, so I put a smoke in there. It's the EG18X purple. So this mag pouch has been relegated to a signals pouch, a smoke pouch, and then here I've just got G&G mid caps, just to kind of show you how easily they hold. 2 M4 mid caps. This pouch is missing the shock cord to cinch down to kind of compress the pouches a little bit. It's not an issue. I can easily add black shock cord and a cord lock to it to repair it, which I probably will. Just like this pouch has some minor damage, I'm gonna have to get the sewing machine out, sew it down, fix it. But you can tell this thing has definitely been put through its paces and given some love over the years, and actually just makes it that much better, because that means whoever had it before me definitely used it a lot and liked it. And that makes me happy, because I love seeing gear that's gotten good use out of it. Inside of these pouches, all of them, including the mag pouches, have this like black plastic material, which is kind of nice. It adds a little extra like waterproofing. And then these have the ability to run a hook and loop closure, in addition to the buckle. Previous owner had them just buckle. That's kind of how I used to run mine as well. I didn't really like using the Velcro if I didn't have to. Unfortunately, the mag pouches are all just Velcro, so I don't have that option to do buckles on the face of those. It would be nice to have buckle secure on here too, just to kind of add that extra, comfort if I'm crawling. These won't get ripped open, but what are you going to do? Straps themselves are the standard thin, like 1.5 inch webbing straps, and previous owner used some like packing tape to put them together and make them into an X strap. Actually put it in a really great spot. Lands perfectly on the spot on my back where I want this to land. So whoever had this before me definitely took their time to set it up properly, and obviously was probably kind of close to my build because it just falls where I want it. And I just like the ghetto-ness of this, so I'm probably going to leave it as is, just because it just screams early GWOT fieldcraft, and I like that. On each side, you still have two rows of pals here to add like a dedicated radio pouch. On either side, dedicated smoke, something like that. So there is some space. As I mentioned, it is a split front, so you've got these two side release buckles in the center to pop it open. You can let it breathe when you have it on you, and I think that's kind of fun, especially if you're going prone. You can open this guy up and just kind of like splay it open like that when you're laying down, and makes it easier to get a little flatter, a little more prone. And then if you have to get up in a hurry, your kit's still on you, and you didn't have to take your rig all the way off. And I do like that. That's a great thing. That's why I like zip front rigs and these split fronts with the buckles. Flipping her over, let's look on the back side. So this is pre-danglers and stuff like that. So there's no Velcro back here or any loop or anything. You've got your back strap. It is sewn down to the left cell. And then you've got your adjustment. There is plenty of back strap to adjust out to wear this over armor, or for my larger fellas, big battle cattle like myself. Right now, at the setting it's at is more than big enough for me. Actually, I need to bring it in a little bit. And then on this side, we have it set up. Female buckle sewn directly to this cell, and that's how you hook it up. All the pouches are set up with old school malice clips, which are kind of a pain in the balls to work with, hence the new design, but still pretty nice. You can tell that it is all original because of that by itself. You got your nice little Tactical Tailor label here, made in Tacoma, Washington. And then each cell has, for the whole length of the little rectangle, a Velcro map pocket that you can access like that. I have seen people in the past jerry rig mag pouch, open top mag pouches in there, like kangaroo pouches that they Velcroed in using this small strip here. And it kind of works, but I'm just going to use these for what they're for, as map pouches. I'll probably dummy cord a, what's it called, compass or something. I'll have it in there. Shit like that. Nothing too fancy, nothing too bulky, so it's not sitting against my body causing hot spots. But it is nice to have that ability to put notepads and pins and everything I might want in here that I don't have to access or add any sort of extra pouches to my gear for. I can just have it right there in the actual body of the chest rig. Overall, definitely a cool find and a cool rig. I love old school rigs. I love old chest rigs and old kit. And Tactical Tailor is one of the preeminent names in old school GWOT gear. This would look fantastic on any OG GWOT kit if I wanted to do any early OIF stuff with Army, Special Forces, Marine Infantry, Army Infantry. This would look fantastic over any of those kits for the time frame. And just if I just want a really great, comfortable chest rig to just run around and run and gun in, this is fantastic. I do look forward to running this during this summer. I'm going to be up north Texas again. It's a lot hotter up there than it is down here where I'm at. And this is going to be a fantastic chest rig to run, especially with that split front capability. Kind of sucks the pouches are not a little bigger. I thought these were the universal pouches when I first grabbed it. They don't really hold AK mags too well. 74 kind of fit, but didn't really want to secure all that well. You're just like the last edge of Velcro kind of comes down over it. So I wouldn't call that a positive or a win. It just barely gets on there. So I really wouldn't say this will hold 74 mags. But overall, definitely a cool rig. I will definitely be searching out some older OD Tactical Tailor pouches to kind of finish it out. Probably a smoke and a radio. And that'll be it. It's definitely nice to add to my collection with my other old school chest rigs, because I'm kind of a chest rig whore and I love them. So anyway, that's all I got, guys. I hope you got something out of this. I hope some of you out there may have seen something new. And if you weren't really familiar with Tactical Tailor stuff, I brought something new to your attention. Like I said, I got this at an Army Navy store locally, so I don't have a link. But I will scour eBay a little bit before I post this and see if I can find some eBay postings of similar gear and kit that I can link for you. Maybe do a little legwork for you. Because if you liked what you're seeing here and you're kind of interested, check the description below. There might be some links that will take you to something similar if those listings are still available. If you're seeing this in a timely fashion, if you're seeing this months later, those listings might be gone. Other than that, like I said, thanks for watching. You guys are fucking awesome. I appreciate all of you for joining me in this big gear nerdy hobby and airsoftness. And until next time, top left corner is a video most recent. Top right corner is a video I think you're going to like. And the bottom right corner is a big head with a helmet that if you like this content, go ahead and punch that dude in the head, because that's the subscribe button. And I would love for you to join me here. Until next time, take care. I'll see you hopefully on the field.